Welcome back from intermission, kids. This is delicious. Apparently it's very popular in Mexico, where I'm sure they use espresso instead of Café du Monde. But, yeah, that's just right. If you haven't had this liquor 43, I'm not even going to try to say it in Spanish anymore. If you haven't had it, it's similar to Tuaca. It's less... Tuaca's got brandy. It's like a brandy with vanilla and a hint of citrus. This more straight up tastes like an orange creamsicle. Straight. I was using it instead of vermouth in a Manhattan last night. I make an Italian Manhattan with Tuaca, so I guess a Spanish Manhattan. Since this is from Spain, where a couple of shots of rye, and better with a half a shot of this, because this is pretty sweet. A whole shot's a little, like I could feel a cavity growing. But in the coffee, with the bitterness of the coffee, just balances out that sweetness. It doesn't make the coffee too sweet. And you can kind of taste the vanilla and... Well, you can really taste the vanilla and kind of taste the citrus in there. And the 43s for how many herbs and things are in the liqueur, that's a lot. Okay, so not only are we having a Carol Baker double feature, but we're having an where's his name? Umberto Lenzi. Umberto. I don't run across that name every day. Here in Utah. Or in Florida, for that matter. Quiet place to kill. Carol Baker, Jean Sorel. Not a lot of information. More than the last one. So let's hope I wrote something down. "1970 Tritone Film Industria," all one word. We already covered Umberto Lenzi, Carol Baker, Jean Sorel. I did not write down. Nobody else really mattered. Italian people. More than likely. If your favorite Italian actor was in this movie, write them in the comments so we all know. Helene is a race car driver. Helene? Are we getting all French here? After suffering a gnarly crash, I must have been drunk when I wrote this. Everything's misspelled. And there's extra letters here and there. She is invited to take a seaside convalescence by her ex-husband, Maurice. Maybe this is French. Because only in France is a guy named Maurice cool and gets the ladies. Nowhere else. Unless maybe Maurice Gibb. He was in a rock band. She decides to go and take her little sports car to join him. What's also nice about this is you only got one shot of this 30 proof liquor in there and some coffee. So you can drink a shit ton of these and not get drunk. That's my tip. Not so with 2 shots of rye. Watch out. It turns out that Maurice's new wife, Constance, is the one who actually invited Helene, and Constance has other plans. Other plans. She tries too hard to befriend Helene, and eventually it becomes clear why. She straight up asks her to help kill her husband. What the F, Constance? The plan is set into action, but Helene falls into bed with Maurice and complicates the situation, especially when she hesitates to pull the trigger. Maurice ends up shooting Constance in self-defense. Killing Constance. All of this appears to be caught on film as well, making everyone really nervous. Just how much film is there? To add to the confusion, Constance's daughter, Susan, has returned from Zern. Zern? I've never been to Switzerland. And wants to know where the fuck her mom is. But she too is banging Maurice. Even I was banging Maurice. Everybody's banging Maurice. But the real point is who's screwing who. Helene makes a run for it, but is it too late? Maurice's buddy is a judge. Oh. But does it make any difference at this point? This is a fantastic giallo. And I had no idea what was going to happen next. I mean, what did I write here? I mean, was this Susan's plan from the get-go? Is everyone dead? What is going on here? Very, very well done, Umberto Lenzi. Five. It's a 5-ring circus on feature 2. Now, here's the bucket, but I'm not getting in there yet. Because I had to pull a movie off screen. If you've been following along on Twitter, and maybe even on my Instagram, I mentioned that I'm having printer problems. Tonight's show brought to you by Josie Suarez, who's going to make fun of me trying to pronounce things in Spanish, trust me. Charlie's mom. Charlie's mom saved the day because Mrs. Lee took the printer home from the gas station, so I couldn't print my scripts and poster there. And I spent money on cartridges for my printer, and it won't connect to the Wi-Fi. And I even bought a wire and plugged it right into my MacBook here, and no printer. It's not there. So I didn't know what the hell was going to happen. Fortunately, Charlie's mama printed this stuff off at her job. And the show's on. Okay. Wait. Good night, kids.